Hello, welcome to my channel Appium Explained. In this video today, I will explain how to set up Appium with the real device as well as simulator. If you have not done the Appium setup, so I'll show how to install Appium and its dependencies. Okay, so let's start with the setup. So basically, as a prerequisite, you need to have Mac system. So Appium doesn't work for iOS devices in Windows as well as Linux. So in the prerequisite, you need to have Mac operating system. And then, so we'll install Brew first. So in my case, it's already been installed. But if you don't have it, you just need to run this command in the terminal, and then it will be installed. So just to check here, what I'll do is I'll open my terminal and I'll type brew, and here I can see my homebrew is already been installed, so I don't need to install it again. But if it's not available in your terminal, then you can install it using this command. And the next is we need to have the xcode. So xcode, you can basically install it from the App Store itself. So you can search for xcode here, and then you will see the download button. In my case, it's already been installed, so I'll open it. And if you are installing it for the first time, it will ask you for installing the developer library, so make sure to install that as well. The next step is npm. So in order to install Appium, we need to have the npm in place, so you can download it using this link. I'll also open this. So here you see you have different macOS installers, so you can install one of these, the latest version. And then, so basically we are installing Node here, and along with Node, you will have the Node package manager as well. Yeah, and in my case, it is already been installed. So I can go here and just type this. So here I can see I have this npm already installed, and it's in the environment variable as well. And the next step finally will install Appium. So we can use this command, npm install -g Appium. So in the terminal itself, I'll run this command. So, okay, so we got some permission or access error. So what you need to do is, instead of installing it normally, we use sudo, and then I need to input my password here. Okay, now Appium is installed, and we can verify it by running appium-v, and we can see Appium version 2.3 is installed. Okay, let's see what is the next step. Here, next step is to install Appium Xcuitest. So Xcuitest is the driver with which we can run our iOS automation. So in my case, it's already installed, but if it's not installed in your case, then you can use this command, and then it will install the Appium Xcuitest driver. Okay, so the next step is to have the Appium Inspector. So I'll open this link and I'll open Appium Inspector. So here you see different versions of Appium Inspector. I'll use this one, waiting for it to get downloaded. So now we have Appium installed, and waiting for the Appium Inspector to get downloaded. We can meanwhile try to run Appium as well. So here it starts the Appium server locally with the port 4723, and it shows that Xcuitest has already been installed, which is enough for running iOS automation. Okay, so now Appium Inspector is also downloaded. We'll just move it to applications, and now I'll open the Appium Inspector. Okay, so we have this, we need to enable this from the security. I'll go here, and at the end I need to click on this open anywhere and input my password again. Okay, so now I have this Appium Inspector installed, as well as Appium is running on some server. Okay, so the next step will be to set up the simulator. So first of all, I will show you how to launch the application in simulator, and then we'll see how to inspect the elements in the simulator. Yeah, so first of all, I'll open Xcode, and from here I'll actually get the UDID of the simulator that we want to use. So I'll take this iPhone 15 here. So the versions and the model of the simulator depends upon your Xcode version. So for me, this iOS 17.2 is available in Xcode version that I'm using. I just copied this identifier from here. And now I'll go to Appium Inspector, and I'll just add basic capabilities here. So first is platform name, which is iOS, and then the UDID that we just copied, I'll just paste it here. And also we need automation name. Its automation name will give like this. So just the value here. Okay, so in one of the terminal, my Appium server is already running. Now I'll try to trigger. I haven't provided any bundle ID or anything here apart from these three capabilities, and I just want to see what does it return. Okay, so as you can see, it launched the simulator iPhone 15, and yeah, so here you see something in the logs. Okay, so as you can see, it installed the Webdriver agent, and now I can see or inspect elements in this screen. If I'll open the DOM here, so it will show me for each and every element I can get the accessibility ID or the XPath, whatever is required. So here you see those are the basic elements, whatever is on my screen. Okay, so now as it has already been installed, and we can able to inspect the elements, I can also try opening one of the application. So in this simulator that I have here, it also has the, let's say, settings app. Yeah, so settings app is there. So what we can use is the bundle ID. So to specifically open the settings app or whatever app is under the test, you can use the bundle ID here. So in order to get the bundle ID of the application, I'll just search it here. So here you see just the simple Google search will provide you the bundle ID of the already installed iOS applications. So here I'll just input it, and now I'll start the session. So now ideally it should launch the settings app in the simulator. Oh yeah, as you can see here, it launched the setting application, and you can see, or you can also inspect specific elements if required. Okay, so that's the setup of simulator. Let's move on to the real device. Now we'll see how to launch the application in the real device. Before moving on to that, we need to have the Webdriver configured for the real device. So what we'll do is we'll first find out the Webdriver project here. So as we have installed this Xcuitest Appium driver. It also has this Xcode project for the Webdriver agent. What I normally do is I'll try to find the path. So because it's not the fixed path, with the different Appium versions, the path of the WebDriver agent also changed. So I'll use the find command in order to find where is the WebDriver agent. So after installing Xcuitest, you have this WebDriver agent already installed on your system. But you need to find the Xcode project where it is located. So for this, I'm using this find command, which will recursively find for the name of the directory Appium, then dash WebDriver agent. So here it will show you operation not permitted. That is fine because we ultimately need the WebDriver agent path, and you will get that at the end. So we just need to wait for maximum 1 minute here. Okay, so now as you can see here, we have some paths with the WebDriver agent. So I'll open one of these. So I think this one. Yeah, this looks good, and I'll just use this open command and then open, and then I'll go here and then select or open this WebDriver agent Xcode project here. And then as you see, we have different applications here. So I'll just go to this WebDriver agent runner or WebDriver agent lib, doesn't matter. And here you need to select the device. So for in my case, I have this cable connected with my iPhone. And okay, so now as we have this open, we need to make sure that we are logged in with the Apple developer account. It's not mandatory to have the paid account here. You can just create one Apple developer account by going to Apple developer website. So you just need to find this Apple developer or developer.apple.com, and here if you'll go, you just need to create your own account. So you can create it from here by providing the Apple ID. So I'm using the existing account, which is also free. So now if I'll go here to the Xcode here, from the preference here or the settings in the Xcode, I'll open the account section, and then I just logged in with my account. Okay, so after logging in, we need to find out then the provisioning profile. So here you see WebDriver agent lib, and then you have this WebDriver agent runner. So you just need to go to this signing and capabilities here, and here you will see the signing is failed for this runner. So first of all, make sure that you have this automatically manage signing enabled. Okay, so once it is enabled and you already have the account, you can select the account from here, and then it will try to create the provisioning profile, but if it doesn't create, it still fails. So change this bundle identifier to some unique string again, and then click on try again. Okay, so this time it accepted it, and as you can see here, so we just need to now click on test, or you can also clean and then build the folder. So in my case, I'll directly go to the Appium Inspector, and instead of the simulator UDID, I'll use my device UDID here. So for getting the UDID of the device, you can also get it from the Xcode, the same way that we got it for simulator. So you'll go to this devices and simulator section, and here you see I have the device connected, and I'll just copy this identifier from here, and I'll just replace it. Okay, so now it has been replaced. Now I'll try to open the application. So we'll see we have the Appium still running. Okay, so Appium is still running, and now I have the device also connected here, and I have all the capabilities. So let's see how does it shows in the real device. So I'm clicking on start session. It shows blah 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 blah. This occupied by other process. Okay, so maybe we were using the Appium with the different session for simulators. Okay, so let me start the Appium again. Okay, so now it is running again, and I'll go to start session. Just before that, I'll make sure that my device is unlocked. And now I click on start session this time. So it will first install the Appium Webdriver agent, and then it should launch the settings app in the device. Okay, it's asking for the passcode. Okay, I input it, and now okay. So as you see, with the free account, with the free Apple developer account, it launched the application. And we should also see the inspector. And by the way, on the device itself, it will show you the automation running in the watermark. That's fine. But in the screenshots, it will not show you. It is taking a lot of time for getting the screenshot. I don't know what's the issue here. Okay, so now ultimately I got it. It took a bit of time, and we can actually see if all the elements can be inspected and we can get the XPaths or not here. So here you see different elements. So yeah, that's how we launch the application using the free developer account for Apple, and launching the application using Appium. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck with the mobile automation testing.